gentlemen,
Presenting.
Rolling.
Yeah, you know how he does. 16 past the hour. Uncle Ro, how are you?
Skip, Guy, Madeline, what's going on? I'm at Houston, my hometown of Houston. Big shout out to the Black Former Students Network at Texas A&M University at their Aggie Impact Gala, the first one, and 9 of us were honored. I was, of course, was part of that 9, along with former NFL star Richmond Webb, my man, of course, Von Miller, but also judges, Rocky Jones, first of all, Rocky, and then, of course, we got Ingrid Warren and so many others, and man, nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Show. So we had a great time there, so I certainly appreciate the honor at my alma mater, Texas A&M University. All right, folks, let's get right to it. Also, I enjoy the Cowboys losing. Skip, just want to let you know that, Skip. I just really appreciate when y'all lose. Yeah. All right. The question is, how do you reach voters that have long been ignored by politicians? That is the question that so many people want to have answered. We have seen in the last couple of election cycles where that has happened, the work of folks like Latasha Brown and Cliff Albright with Black Voters Matter, but also repairs of the breach and the Poor People's Campaign. They have really gone across this country and done the exact same thing. Joining us right now is Reverend Dr. William Barber, of course, with repairs of the breach. Reverend Barber, this is something that's important. Y'all have really focused on the groundwork, the slog, the hard stuff, not trying to fly in like a lot of these campaigns with their iPads and PDAs and somehow connecting. Y'all have really gone into these hard to organize places and done the work.
Yeah, Doc, it's what you have to do, Roland. And we were in Kentucky a few weeks ago. We've been there for 2 years in the backwoods of Kentucky and in Louisville. We spent 4 days in Harlan, Kentucky, and Corbin, Kentucky, and Covington, Kentucky, bringing together poor white coal miners and black folk from Louisville. And, 2 of the counties that we were in turned 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And it was a critical part. And then in some of the counties, they didn't turn, but the margins closed. And a lot of people tell us that. They said that one of the reasons they have voted some of the ways they have because people don't come, particularly all the Democrats haven't been there. Mm-hmm. Now, Lyndon Baines Johnson opened the war on poverty in Harlan, Kentucky. And I was back there with some folk, and they said that since Lyndon Baines Johnson came back there, Democrats really don't even come back. We have written people off and think that we can't bring people together. And I don't mean bring them together in a false way, Martin Roland, but not dealing with race, not dealing with real issues, but showing people how people have divided us and played us against one another. And guess what? The Kentucky governor, when he got elected, when he announced, that he had won, he said it's not about Democrat, Republican, conservative, and liberal. It's about right versus wrong. Guess where he got that language from? The Poor People's Campaign. When black and white people coming together in Kentucky and challenging the existing realities.
Well, also, there were some races that I think Democrats won in Mississippi. I was there in Mississippi with you when Mike Espy was in a runoff there, and he made the same argument. Look, he lost about 69,000 votes in that runoff. But if you look at the voting rolls, you look at the black folks who didn't vote, you look at the poor white folks who didn't vote, the numbers are there, but you got to go get them, and you can't do it 3 or 4 months out. It takes that year, the year and a half, that 2 years to really to do the work.
That's right. And you can't get Obama to do a robocall the night before and think that's going to do it, or vice versa. And, Mike Epps won back 3 or 4 counties that Trump had won. We don't even talk about that. But now Trump and the Republicans, they sent in like 200 workers. I don't think Democrats did anything like that. And Roland, we're learning, let me give you some quick stats. 20 to 22% of all the voters in the South are poor and low-wealth people. There are states we're looking at, and we're going to release a report in January that shows where the margins of victory for transformation is in the number of poor and low-wealth people in this country. There are 140 million poor and low-wealth people. And in some states, it's only 2%. It's not 30% or 15%. If you just organize 2% or 5% of poor and low wealth people, did what Dr. King said, bring poor whites and poor black people together, you could fundamentally transform the political calculus in this country.
You're working towards June 20th. Explain to folks what that is and how they can get involved.
You can get involved, first of all, by typing the word moral, texting the word moral, MORAL, to 90975, or going to Repairs of the Breach and clicking on the Poor People's Campaign. We are doing 25 tours called Registering People. We call them MORE tour, mobilizing, organizing, registering, educating people for the movement who vote. And on June 20th, 2020, we end in D.C. with a mass poor people's assembly mall march on Washington. Tens of thousands of people are coming, poor people, their allies. Big announcement in January, Martin, Roland, you'll be a part of it. And on that day, America will be faced with the people who are impacted of every race, creed, and color. Not people speaking on their behalf, but the agency of poor people speaking on their own behalf, challenging America to do better and saying we will no longer be ignored.
All right, Reverend Dr. William Barber, thanks for always being on the front lines doing the work. We surely appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
God bless you. Take care, Tom. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.